This is going to be the toughest fight of his career.
Sharp, relax.
The most embarrassing fight of his career.
Chair across your face.
Yeah.
I'm
definitely up for fighting. There's a lot of names in the division, for sure. But at the same time, look at what this creates as well. I'm a fighter and I understand that economics of business as well. And this does good business.
Are you really going to do this? Absolutely. Are we going to do this? For a record payday? To go in and spark Jake Paul before we start the serious stuff in 2026? Don't tell me what we should and what we shouldn't be doing.
Jake Paul may think he's chasing the biggest payday of his life, but what he's actually chasing might be the biggest mistake he's ever made. Because the warnings coming from Anthony Joshua's campaign from legends of the sport are nothing short of terrifying. Anthony Joshua has officially sent Jake Paul a chilling message. And this time, it's not hype, not trash talk, and not promotion. It's a serious warning about what could happen if Paul steps into the ring with a heavyweight destroyer. Even AJ's promoter Eddie Hearn has gone on record saying Jake Paul needs to understand the dangers, hinting that one clean shot from Joshua could have career-ending consequences.
Joshua should not get in the way of Fury and Joshua, really, in my view. It's an absolute joke. It shouldn't be sanctioned. I really don't believe it should be sanctioned. I have a sneaking suspicion that it would be a very big fight. But the biggest thing is us rubbernecking to actually see if they do get to the point where they step in the ring together. Because Jake Paul's an area-level fighter, a British area-level fighter, and Anthony Joshua is still a killer and a live heavyweight. That should not be sanctioned anywhere in the world, in my view.
It's dangerous, man.
Very dangerous.
It brings the sport into disrepute. The people that are talking about organising that, they should have a real hard look at themselves.
But even Eddie Hearn's kind of teasing he doesn't like it, but you can see the glitz of dollars.
There's no price. There is no price.
There shouldn't be.
There's absolutely no price.
Rising heavyweight Moses Atama took it even further, saying the fight isn't just risky, it's potentially dangerous. And that's just the beginning. Let's break down exactly what the experts are saying. Boxing insiders like Ariel Helwani have made it clear. Jake Paul is playing with fire.
The four fighters that he beat didn't come to win. So he's not in his prime, is he? He's literally at the end of his career, pretty much finished. And this is why taking this fight with you is telling you all you need to know. It's a cash out. He might as well just cream as much money as he can at the end of his career, fighting an absolute joke shop in clown world. When I beat Anthony Joshua, he says, every doubt disappears. Come on. I mean, if this is a straight up AJ versus Jake Paul, then we all know what should happen. This is a one-round job because AJ, even though he's past his best, even though he's seen better days, he throws a nice 1-2 down the middle. He's got a nice bit of distance, and fake Paul can't fight. He just can't. I don't care what anybody tells me. He can't fucking fight. He lost to Tommy Fury, for crying out loud. He can't jump in with Anthony Joshua now and expect to get a result. So, nothing's gonna no doubt.
Joshua isn't just bigger, he's stronger, faster, and vastly more experienced. Helwani warns that AJ's knockout power is on a completely different level. One mistake, one opening, one punch, and Jake Paul could be in serious danger. This isn't a YouTuber crossover fight anymore. This is a professional heavyweight who has knocked out giants. Moses Atama went straight to the point. Jake needs to consider his health over money. He emphasized how a single misjudged punch from AJ could cause long-term damage.
I spark him out in like 2 rounds. Really? No, why do you look surprised when I don't.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying.
Come on, bro. You're fighting like one of the best heavyweight fighters in the world against a YouTuber. Like, come on. Like, respect the sport of boxing. And if AJ has to go in there and show these influencers that, listen, you can't fuck about with boxing. You know what I mean? Someone's gonna get hurt badly, and this could be one of the first fights where a fighter gets hurt badly, because if you look at the size difference and the power difference, I mean, bro, there could be brain damages going on there. I mean, AJ could hurt him badly, you know.
When you look at Francis Ngannou, who's one of the most fearsome combat stars there is. I know it's MMA, but we saw what AJ did to Ngannou. So,
and that's why you don't look. You can't be surprised if AJ's gonna do the same to.
And former world champion Amir Khan didn't sugarcoat it either. Khan warned that Joshua could hurt Paul badly, even saying the fight carries brain damage potential. This is the type of warning fighters take seriously. Or at least, they should. But this isn't all about Jake Paul. Johnny Nelson says Anthony Joshua is under massive pressure too. For AJ, This fight is a no-win situation if he destroys Jake Paul. People will say it was a mismatch. If he struggles or lets the fight drag on, fans will say he's no longer elite, just a businessman cashing out. Joshua must win dominantly, or the criticism will be brutal. Johnny Nelson also had sharp words for Jake Paul's true boxing level. He called
struggle to he's going to take enough flack over this, but again, it's money talk. So I think AJ will struggle because it's an all-win situation. If he goes in there and Jake Paul lasts the distance, what does he tell you about AJ? Apart from he's just earned an extra 15 million quid. If he goes there and struggles with Jake Paul, then what do you say about AJ? Your heydays are well and truly over. If he goes in there and knocks him out, then I'll say that's to be expected. So the glory, there's probably not much glory in it, apart from the haters of Jake Paul to say, right, we've got rid of this kid. I think it's very brave of Jake Paul. So now the problem child has got us to believe this fight's actually happening. So now you've got our attention. So now you've got to back up the boast. It's not about you're not playing tiddlywink. This is the only game you can't play. You can
Jake a genius marketer, a smart businessman, but not an elite fighter. Nelson says Paul is a good domestic level boxer, yet earns world champion money without climbing the ranks. Paul didn't grow up in the gyms or pay the dues. He built a brand, then stepped into boxing. In Nelson's view, great entertainer. Yes, great boxer. Not yet.
He's going to be 35 years of age. It's crazy what I'm about to ask you, but can Jake Paul really beat Anthony Joshua?
All right, listen, I give all credit. Everyone knows that. They get mad at me that I give too much credit to Paul. Why? He's done a hell of a job to put himself in this position. He sold himself. He sold his dream. He took his dream. He took his idea. And he put it out there, and he made it happen. Give him credit for that. And he made it happen. And he took risk along the way. Yeah, he picked his spots. He's in the driver's seat. He gets to pick his spots. He's the one bringing the money. He's the one promoting. Yeah, he's the name. He made himself that, coming from where he came from, with all his followers and the whole thing, and just the uniqueness of what he was doing. But he has learned along the way. He's not a top guy yet. No, I don't know that he ever will be. He didn't have that amateur background and the things that you usually need to be a top guy. But he has improved. He is a work in progress. He is a guy that you gotta give him credit that he's respected.
Carl Frock agrees. He warns that fighting Jake Paul could damage AJ's reputation, making him look like he's drifting away from Hall of Fame greatness. But Joshua has made his priorities clear. My legacy is that I walked out healthy. He wants money. He wants attention, but above all, he wants longevity. But Jake Paul, he isn't scared.
Lit, like I've said, he's cashing out. And fair play to him, he's cashing out. But to what detriment to his legacy? A lot, really. Because if this is going to be his last fight, fighting this clown show, I mean, it's not ideal, is it? It's no ideal way to go out. But people would argue, well, he's just taking the money and running. So you can't really argue with that. So that's it for another episode of Frosh on Fire. I had to get my opinion out there because I know you've all been waiting for it. It's a shame, really. I'd like to see Anthony Joshua, actually, even though I don't believe he can do it. But when Eddie Hearn tells us that AJ is going to become a 3-time world champ, it'd be nice to see the rebuilding process and get back behind him. 1 or 2 easy fights and then go for a world title. And this could be one of the 2 easy fights. But I just think if you're going to jump in with fake Paul at this level, which is like I say, arguably a massive mismatch, it's no way to step towards or climb a ladder to get towards that world title. So this, for me, tells me that Anthony Joshua knows he's finished at any sort of elite level or world level. He won't be trying to go down a world title level anymore. This is just a cash out. So good luck to him, fair play to him, but hopefully when he's finished this fight, he'll be honest with us and say, listen, I've milked it, I've creamed it, I've had an unbelievable touch at the end of my career. I mean, he's already had an outrageous touch, hasn't he, with the involvement of Saudi Arabia, and now he's just creaming it at the end. He's got fake Paul, which is massive. Great for AJ, fair play to him. Anybody would do the same at the end of the career he's had. You know, he's not an elite.
He's convinced he can expose Anthony Joshua. On his podcast, Paul unloaded, Joshua has no chin. He has no skill. He's stiff. Paul believes AJ's knockout loss to Daniel Dubois proves his durability is falling apart. And if there was ever a perfect time to catch Joshua slipping, Paul thinks this is it.
Paul, that serious, he can't really box. He can have a little fight, he can have a swing. He swings away, stands up straight, and he throws punches, but it's not professional boxing. Because when I watch him box, he does so much wrong. It's just, everything's wrong. It's so bad. He's got leaky defense. He telegraphs his punches. Like, you put him in with someone his own size, who's a professional, and it's a mismatch. And you'll see that if he ends up fighting somebody. Tommy Fury, bless him, he's a pro boxer, but he's inexperienced. He's got no amateur pedigree. He's a raw novice, or maybe just above the raw novice. I was saying earlier, where would I put him in terms of levels? He'd do well to win a British title. He's at that sort of level, and then from British title to world.
Boxing has ever seen. Will Jake Paul survive the power of Anthony Joshua? Or is he stepping into something far more dangerous than he realizes? We'll find out soon. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more updates.